Okay, so question 18 was as follows. In the diagram below, A, B, and C are points on a level ground. The bearing of B from A is 032 degrees and angle CB is equal to 100 degrees and AC is equal to BC. AC is equal to BC. Find the bearing of A from C and C from B. Okay, so the bearing, first of all, what we need to do is we need to draw the north line here. Okay, before we do anything, we draw the north line here, the imaginary north line here. Okay, so this is the line which is north. Okay, now we are told to find the bearing of A from C. So the bearing we want to find is from here up to here. Okay, all right. So now, as you can see, we are given the information that the line which is AC is equal to BC. The line AC is equal to BC, meaning this line is equal to this line. Now, when you look at this line, this shape is a triangle, and when you look at these lines being equal, that means this triangle is an isosceles triangle. That means this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, now since this is 100 degrees, meaning the remaining, you know that the sum of interior angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So that means we take away 100 from 180 degrees, it will leave us with 80 degrees. So that will give us, this angle is equal to 40 degrees and this angle is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, now when we come and look at this angle we want to find from here, we have got this small angle here, which we also need to subtract from this, or we add to this, so that we find the actual angle of this. Okay, so what we can also do is we can also draw the imaginary line, north line here on point B. Okay, we draw the line in advance here because this will help us to find the value of this angle and this angle. Okay, so the value of this angle is 40. Now, as you can see, this is the imaginary line north, and this is also the imaginary line north. So meaning alternate angles are equal when two parallel lines are crossed by a transversal line, and this is a transversal line. So meaning this angle is equal to this angle, which is 40, which is here. Okay, remember, even if the excuse me, the angle here is too small, you should know that there is a angle, this 40 degrees is divided by two angles, which is here. There is also a small angle here. Okay, so when you look at the value of this angle is equal to the value of this angle is the difference of 40 degrees and 32 degrees. Okay, so here, let me come again. This is 32 degrees, and this is a transversal line that is crossing this north line and this north line. These two lines, this one and this one, are parallel lines, which are crossed by this line, which is line AB, which is treated as a transversal line. Now, when two parallel lines are crossed by a transversal line, these angles, this angle and this angle, are called alternate angles and are equal. Since they are equal, meaning this angle from here up to this red line is equal to 32 degrees. Now, earlier on we said the line from this blue line, from line AB to line BC is equal to 40 degrees. That means this red line has divided this angle into two equal parts, meaning, so we're going to find the value of this angle by taking away 32 from 40. Okay, so to find this angle, we're going to say 40 minus 32 degrees, remember these are degrees, will give us 8. So the value of this angle is 80 degrees. Sorry, not 80, but 80 degrees. Okay, now the same thing happens here. This is a parallel line to this line. Now this line A, line BC is a transversal line, meaning this angle is the alternate angle to this one, which says these angles are equal. So meaning if this is 8 degrees, that means even this angle is going to be 80 degrees. Okay, so meaning what we want to find the value of this bearing, is the difference of 360 degrees minus 180 degrees. Okay, the difference of 360 degrees and 180 degrees is the value of this bearing. Okay, so we can write it as 360 degrees is equal to, or we can say minus, then we say this plus this, 100 degrees plus 80 degrees will give us 108 degrees. Then when we find the difference of this, which is going to give us, we say 8 is here, so it's going to be 10 here, and here we have 5. So we say it will be 2, then 5 here, it's going to be 5. Then here it's 3 minus 1, it will be 2. So the value of this bearing is 252 degrees. We shouldn't forget degrees. As a bearing, we can read it as 252 degrees. Okay, if you have got questions, if you are confused anywhere, just ask in the comment section. I will be able to explain. Okay, now we come to this question B, which is find the bearing of C from B. So the bearing which is C from B, and this is line C, this is the line C. So we want to find the bearing of this line from this to this line B. Okay, this line where the line of C is. So this line. Okay, so what we can do is this. We can say to find this line, this is the north line, and we have learned that this angle is 80 degrees. So what we're going to do, we are going to subtract, because this line, the north line makes 180 degrees. So since we are saying this blue line, between the red line and blue line there is 80 degrees. So we're going to say 180 degrees minus this angle, this degree which is here, which is 8, which is between red and blue, which is 8. So minus 80 degrees, which will give us 172 degrees. So 172 degrees is the bearing of C from B. Okay, so the bearing of C from B is 172 degrees. Okay, if you have got questions like I've been singing all along, you ask in the comment section. Let's get interacting. Otherwise, this is what you are supposed to write. We can go to the next question now.